Welcome to Exchange Rates UK TV. It is the 24th of August, 2021, 2:03 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Taking a look at Bitcoin here, we got the broader markets all facing a lot of pressure here going into the end of the normal trading day. And it's important to take a look at what Bitcoin's in because it's down 3.23%, 3.24, 3.25. Not a big deal if you're a long-term bull, I guess, but I mean, there certainly is some evidence that we could dip pretty low here. First, we have this really continual regular bearish divergence, these continued lower highs while there's higher highs on the price chart. Same with the composite index. You've got these lower highs with the higher highs on the price chart. And now we see that the composite index has crossed below the slow and is sloping at an angle to suggest it'll cross below its fast average as well. And then you have the percent B crossing below 0.8 while the RSI remains above 40. That is a sure sign of some really strong imminent selling pressure. The ideal scenario that we would really want to see here, if we're bullish, is a very fast, violent kind of ripping off the Band-Aid move where we would dip probably below the Kijun-sen on the daily chart, maybe down to the 40K zone or 38K zone. And at that point, we would see the RSI and the composite index create these equal to lower lows from the July 20th levels. That would be good because that would create hidden bullish divergence. And just given how, I don't know, like years of looking at charts, that's more than likely the kind of scenario we'll see play out. But would we see Bitcoin drop down that far? Could it go back down to 40, 38K to 40K? Certainly. The volume point of control for 2021 is at 33.3K, so that's not far away. The top of the cloud is at 37K. And there's a lot of things pointing to a good retracement here. The other thing we need to look at is the time cycles. So not the 198, but when we take the low that was established back on May 19th, 2021, Gann's 90-day cycle. I've gone over this in other videos, and I think for the couple years I've been doing this at UK Exchange Rates, I've talked about Gann cycles sometimes a little too much, but the 90-day cycle is a really powerful one, and it's especially sensitive in cryptocurrencies. The low that was established on May 19th, 2021, we look forward 90 days, and it actually goes from 90 to 99 days. We see that we have the swing high established here. Today is the 97th day. And that also occurs right as there's a Kumo twist, which the date of that was yesterday. Technically, the time that it occurred was 36 periods before this. Sorry, 26 periods before this, 26 days ago. So just right around the last couple days of July. But Kumo twists generally, tell us that there's a change in direction if especially if something's been selling off or rallying into that date range. So the question here is, all right, if this is the move, where would it go? How far down would we go? We can do that by calculating, the identifying the peaks here and calculating off of the candlesticks. We could do that. So I just paused it to do this. So if we subtract the peaks that on the candlestick chart, from this high to the high over here, if we subtract the price peak, that highs there, we subtract that from the peak over here, that brings us down to 38,295, which is, it's slightly. It brings us roughly back to the swing low that was found here on August 5th, the beginning of the month. That's where we would see that pull back to. Very normal. I mean, this is a rising wedge. I mean, this is a very, excuse me, not COVID, just dry, very natural pattern to develop. But if we want to see these like ultra higher highs going into the end of the year, this is probably the kind of scenario we want to see play out. If we look at the point and figure chart, there's a couple options here to look at. This is a pull pattern, not a spike pattern. If it was a spike pattern, it would be the 3-box reversal, but because it's a pull pattern, the entry would be at the 50% Fibonacci retracement, which is at 47.5K. I think one of the things in cryptos is that, especially with Bitcoin, is you usually don't get to experience a lot of time at that 50% retracement. It'll usually like have almost like a mini flash crash and then come back up. So however low it goes, sometimes it's a good idea to wait for it to have its first retracement up. So it goes down, let's say it goes down to 45.5, and then it retraces. We get a new column of X's. That's fine, because whatever the column of X's is, whenever the next 3-box reversal of O's shows up, that's the sell signal. So let's say it comes all the way down to 45.5. We get a reversal column up at 47 even. Then the sell entry would be the 3-box reversal off of that, which would be at 45.5. So that's what that would be. But yeah, very normal to see this kind of drop here, and not outside of the ordinary at all. Just keep an eye on it, because everything still looks very supportive here as well. There's a lot of support against the Tenkan-sen, so don't bet on a monster sell-off yet, because there's a lot of momentum behind this market right now. So just keep your eyes on that. Otherwise, okay, that does it for me. From all of us here at Exchange Rates UK TV, thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe.